Hi, this is Dan Klatt. I am the Think and Grow Rich guy. Do you like the suit that I put on for you? It's a swimsuit that I bought a few weeks ago in Kauai, Hawaii. I wanted to share that with you because, well, let's see, just to put it in perspective, right now this is the master bath in the extremely deluxe Sunset Suite where I'm staying now, just in Sedona, Arizona. Let's see if we can get a little good sense of what this is. I'm about to go into the spa right now in the master bath, and I thought you might want to get a visual on what's happening here. Last week I was in a different resort, and a couple nights after I leave here, I'm going to be going in 5 nights in Scottsdale. The reason I wanted to share all this with you is because right now there's something, it's really a tragedy that's going on in the country right now. In fact, I call it the culture of mass hysteria. It's all about fear programming. Everybody seems to be focused on, which is also then what they're creating more of for themselves, the quote-unquote recession and the economic downturn and all these things. What's happening is they're creating tremendous power into their fears. They're making things worse for themselves, and it's something so widespread. I had to show you how I live, because that's exactly the kind of future that you can create for yourself. And in fact, I had to write a 7-page concise report. I was going to call it an open letter to everyone, because it's really important that you get this information by filling in your name and email and giving me permission to send you this report. What it does is it tells you exactly how you create your life, and it makes it important. It helps you understand how important it is that you use this power that you were given effectively, and in fact you have a responsibility to use it as you are meant to, which is as I'm using it. I mean, this is the kind of, I have spent most of the last, it's October now, toward the end of October, since the early part of May, I think, staying at resorts like this almost all the time. This is the lifestyle that I choose to live myself, and I have a blast doing it. I love it here. I love, if you went in here and wanted to stay in the exact same unit I'm staying in, you'd have to pay $450 a night to do that. That's not an issue for me. It's, this is how you're meant to live. I don't know if this kind of hot tub and, the master bath and all this beauty is what you want for yourself. It's what I want for myself, and it's what I'm living. I just want you to make sure that you understand exactly how you're creating your life, and if you have any money struggles at all right now, that's why I needed to create Recession Proof Your Thinking, because it's, I would say 98.7% of the population right now is using their power the opposite of how they're supposed to be using it. They're creating lots of struggle by giving their power into the mass fear hysteria right now. And it just was too much for me to take. I read something by a friend of mine, Paul Myers, who basically shared he said that when Martin Luther King gave his famous I Have a Dream speech, he was actually just giving a regular speech. It was, a regular, good, solid speech, as Martin Luther King gave speeches of that nature, very good stuff. And then somebody told him, tell him your dream. And so he turned it around, and, the rest is history. I Have a Dream, and that changed the whole nation, which in effect changed the whole world as a result of that. Same with JFK. Back in 1963, this is what Paul reminded me of also, and it really inspired me to read what he said. JFK, if you're not familiar with the history, and this is before my time too, he said that by the end of the decade, at the end of the 1960s, we will have landed a person on the moon and brought that person back home safely. And that rallied the whole nation around this whole issue of getting a man to the moon. We were going to be the first ones to do it in the United States, and that was a challenge because it pushed us beyond where we were at as a culture, beyond what was quote-unquote possible based on scientific progress. And, well, guess what happened? We got the person to the moon, and we brought him back safely. It worked. You know, that's what it takes. That's what the message Paul shared with me that really inspired me to do Recession Proof Your Marketing, Recession Proof Your Thinking, because, I mean, this is on a marketing forum where I read this message from Paul Myers. Anyway, it really got me thinking that this is it. I mean, this is happening all over the world now, where everybody is just rallying around the idea that, yes, we're in a recession, everybody's having trouble with money. I mean, they're not saying about it in a good way, they're fearing it, but they're still rallying around it. They're making it their focal point of their being, and it's becoming a dominant part of their lives. And guess what happens? Anytime that you focus on something, you make it stronger. So what's happening as a result of that? Tons and tons and tons of people, virtually almost everyone out there, has jumped on the bandwagon of, yes, we're in a recession. It's really hard to make money. Nobody's buying anything. No, not at all. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. I'm very serious. Stop doing that. Don't give any more of your power or your attention or your feelings into that mass hysteria, because all that's doing is making it worse. So anyway, Paul's message really inspired me to create Recession Proof Your Thinking, and I have written this report that I want you to give me permission to send you by sending me your name and email below, and I will do that right away. And then I will also share with you, if you want, I have a 30-day program where I basically, it started out by me taking 8 of my best programs that are individually selling on sale for a total of, I think it's $946, $964, something like that. That's what they're selling for every day, but I've grouped them into one package and made it a very attractive price. And I've actually just created I guess it's an hour and 20-minute video called Recession Proof Your Thinking, which really hammers home the point that I'm making through the report that I'll give you free after you give me permission to send it to you. And I think the 80-minute or hour and 20-minute video would be very powerful. And I've created a 30-day program where you will be getting email follow-ups from me over time that really accentuate this point. So anyway, just give me the permission to send you that report, and you'll know exactly why this is such an important issue. And really, you know how bad things have gotten for so many people out there, that it's time to turn that around. And that begins with you and the people that you share this report with, for example, because I'm giving you permission to help other people as after it's helped you. This is really critical. It's, this Paul's message made me stand up and say, enough is enough. Somebody like myself who knows the power that we each have has to stand up and tell you, and through you, the people you care about, that this is enough. No. Give no more of your power to the recession or anything that you do not desire. And that's what the Recession Proof Your Thinking video does. And then over time. Anyway, give me permission to send you that report. It will be very eye-opening for you. And my hope and sincere belief is that it will change your life. So I thank you very much. And I will talk to you on the next page, or at least through the report that I send you in the mail shortly. And I gotta go into the spa right now. I'm kind of heating this up because my girlfriend's gonna come over pretty soon. And anyway, you get the idea. This is my lifestyle, and I'm gonna enjoy it. So I'll talk to you later. Bye.